Hello friends, and welcome of you again with this new course. This course by the name of Secure Linux Machine Server or Local. Now you might wonder why I'm doing this new topic, which is securing Linux machines. Now as you know, I'm doing databases. Databases usually resides in servers. So yes, I need to take care of the security of our database management system, but at the same time, we need also to make sure that our server is secure as well, because if an intruder managed to hack into our server, then there is a good chance that he will be able to hack into our database system, or worst case scenario, he could destroy the entire data server, or this entire server could destroy it. So we need to give more attention to securing our Linux machines, whether it's a server or it's a local. Now, I'm using usually a Ubuntu distro of the Linux, but from whatever I will say in here, for the most part, it will be applied on any other Linux distros. So without further ado, let's start our course. Now, as you can see from this diagram, this is my point of view, this is my perspective about how to secure a machine, It will start with the network, with the firewall, and then we need to take care of the connection types, the users, and the data encryption. This is the way how I see it to secure any machine. Now, some of you might not agree with that, some of you would agree, that's totally fine, but this is the way how I see it. To secure my machine, my Linux machine, I believe that the first lines of defense is the network and the firewall, and the other security things that we need to take care of after our front line is that we look at the types of the connection, SSL, SSH, the users, root or sudo user, and then the securing our data by doing some encryption. So this is the way how I look at securing any machine, securing a server machine or even a local machine. Now, over the internet, on the internet you might find a lot of articles about these things, but mostly you will find about the uncomplicated firewall and talks about the users, the root user and the sudo users, how to create the users, and some talk about the SSH tunnel, how you create an SSH tunnel and to link it to the users to create a connection between the user and the machine, whether it's a server or even if it's a local machine. But there is not much of attention going to the network and the deep dive in the firewall. Now, why I'm saying that, let me give you an example. Most of the talk over the internet or over the YouTube, they talk about the UFW. UFW is a good firewall for a basic protection. Let me give you an example why I'm considering it's not that much of a good protection for the machine, for the Linux machine. Let's take this example. Pardon me. Now, this is a rule that when we create our Ubuntu firewall or uncomplicated firewall, we set the rules which connection requests are allowed to go through this firewall to connect to our machine. Is it an HTTPS? Is it an HTTP, SSH? A lot of rules you can place into these rules. One of them, let's take the HTTPS. That means any HTTPS request coming from the internet is allowed to go through this firewall and then to reach to our server. Supposing there is one site over the internet. This site is HTTPS. Now, based on this rule, this website is allowed to go through the firewall and to reach to our server or our machine. Now, what if some intruders, some hackers, made to hack that website And in this website, probably let's assume that there are 1,000 customers and each customer have one email, and the intruders managed to send thousands of emails to our machine from this domain. Now, according to this rule, this firewall will allow all these emails to go through the firewall because it's coming from an HTTPS. And in this case, we will get a DDoS, denial of service, on our server. So, yes, we have set a rule, but this rule was not enough, was not perfect to prevent such scenario, to prevent such a scenario. So we need to go deeper when we think about the firewall to make it even better. There is no perfect thing in the internet. There is no illusion that we can make our server unhackable. Everything over the internet is hackable. Nothing is secure 100%. So whatever we will do, whatever we will apply in this course, that doesn't mean that we'll make our machines unhackable. There is no such an illusion over the internet. But at least we can try our best to secure our machines. So this is the aim of this course. Again, I will start with the network, and then with the firewall, and then we will talk a little bit about the user and the SSH, and because in this subject, these topics are many you can find over the internet and over the YouTube, so I think it's been covered enough. So I will focus first on the networking and the firewall to go deeper, and then a little bit over these two topics. Okay, so in the next video we'll start talking about the network. Thank you very much.